Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. People, this the intro.
Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Bears fans, we have a huge update coming out of Chicago in regards to some injured players that have been out for the last couple of weeks. The injury report for Wednesday's practice came out prior to this Sunday night's matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers, and both Roschon Johnson and Braxton Jones practiced for the Chicago Bears. Bears fans, I can't even tell you how important this is for the Chicago Bears offense. Obviously, when you look at Roschon Johnson, he's been out for the last couple of weeks with a concussion, so it's good to see that he was a full participant in Wednesday's practice for the Chicago Bears. When you look at a guy like Roschon Johnson and you think about the possibility of pairing him and a guy like D'Onta Foreman in this Sunday night's matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers, they both run hard. They both run angry. They are basically the same type of runner. And Roschon Johnson was actually playing really good football prior to him going into concussion protocol. He was out for a long time. I was starting to get a little bit concerned about Roschon Johnson, but it's a really good feeling to have that guy back, especially when running the football for the Chicago Bears has been a strong suit for this offense for the last couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to get him back. Eventually, we'll get Khalil Herbert back as well. And then all of a sudden, you have a legit three-headed monster in the Chicago Bears backfield. All of them can offer different things to this offense, but all of them will be able to produce at a high level for the Chicago Bears offense. So it's really good to get Roschon Johnson back. And then when you look at a guy like Braxton Jones, he was dealing with a neck injury. We placed him on IR, so he's been out for the last 4 weeks. So his 21-day window begins. So I'm pretty sure that he will possibly play this Sunday night against the Los Angeles Chargers. He'll probably do the same thing that Tevin Jenkins did, just play limited reps, get him back into the game a little bit, not rush him back, but he will have some reps in Sunday night's game against the Los Angeles Chargers, or at least that's the hope for the Chicago Bears. But it's really good to get a guy like Braxton Jones back. And don't get me wrong, Bears fans, Larry Borom has been decent for the Chicago Bears in relief for Braxton Jones, but we can all understand at this point in Borom's career, he is not a starting caliber guard, and he did his best while Braxton Jones was gone, but in 170 pass block attempts, he has allowed 19 pressures on the quarterback, and Jones has only allowed 4 this season on 89 pass block attempts. So obviously Braxton Jones is the better left tackle, and at this point of the season where the Bears look like they're starting to gain momentum, they need all hands on deck. So it's huge, absolutely huge, Bears fans, that the Bears are set to get Braxton Jones and Roschon Johnson back at the exact same time. And I talked about in one of my podcasts is wanting to see more consistency within the Chicago Bears offensive line. Obviously we've seen really good games from this offensive line, and we've seen really bad games as well. And I think that has a lot to do with our offensive line not being the healthiest, right? Guys shuffling in and out. So it's going to be really nice to hopefully get Braxton Jones back, and hopefully he can stay healthy, because we all know that he is an upgrade at left tackle. And then when you look at the entirety of the offensive line, you have Braxton Jones at left tackle, Cody Whitehair at guard. You're going to have Lucas Patrick at center, and then obviously you're going to keep Tevin Jenkins and then Darnell Wright at right tackle and right guard, respectfully. So when you look at the entirety of this offensive line, it has a potential to be really good. And we all know that Braxton Jones has been one of the standouts for the Chicago Bears offensive line since being drafted last year as a 5th round pick. So it's going to be really good to get a guy like Jones back, because he is one of the better offensive linemen. And I know a lot of people say, well, Keek, Larry Borom did play well. And yeah, that's true. I think Larry Borom did play really well, but we do understand that Braxton Jones is a definite upgrade for the Chicago Bears offensive line. Overall, Bears fans, I think the Chicago Bears are really getting healthy at the right time. Obviously, I can't wait until Khalil Herbert comes back, EQ comes back, because the Bears are starting to find a little bit of momentum after starting out 0-4 and the season looked like it was lost. And don't get me wrong, 2-5 is still a terrible record, but if they can get a huge win against the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Football and guys continue to get healthy, and that includes Justin Fields as well, the Bears could very well find themselves right back in the thick of things with a lot of football left to play. And that's overall super exciting. If Justin Fields can come back and continue and hopefully play at a high level, especially with how the run game has been producing and the way that the defense has been playing as well, they would have an opportunity to continue to stack some wins and possibly find themselves in the thick of the wild card. I'm not going to sit here and say the division, right? I don't want to get too ahead of myself. And this all falls on if the Bears can actually win this Sunday night against the Los Angeles Chargers. If they win Sunday night against the Chargers, that put them at 3-5, going into another winnable matchup against the New Orleans Saints. And I believe we play Thursday Night Football against the Panthers. So those are winnable games. And then the Bears all of a sudden have a chance to go get back to 500 for the first time this season, right? So that would be a big deal for a young team that is still trying to learn how to win. And that's the next step for the Chicago Bears football team, is to consistently win. So it's not just winning one game and then losing 2 in a row, right? We need to see consistency in that aspect of winning multiple games in a row. And that would be huge for this young Chicago Bears football team that is still learning how to win football games, right? So getting Roschon Johnson and Braxton Jones back is huge news, especially on the offensive side of the football. Those are 2 big pieces for the offensive line and the running game. So I'm really excited to hopefully see them back in action as soon as this Sunday against the Los Angeles Chargers. So Bears fans, before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. What kind of impact do you think Roschon Johnson and Braxton Jones will make when they officially suit up again for the Chicago Bears? Do you think they'll have an instant impact when they return, or you think I'm just getting a little bit carried away? Let me know down below in the comment section. Other than that, before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. Other than that, back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.